It's the Sunday Chronicle on Stacks 92.1. It's the Sunday Chronicle. We gon' give the news and keep you up to date. From crimes to the politics, you gon' know what's up around your way. We give 2 thumbs up to everyone out here doing their thing. We gon' show mad love to all the ones working hard in communities. It's the Sunday Chronicle.
Good morning and welcome to the Sunday Chronicle. I'm your host, Yanice Jackson, coming to you from Stacks 92.1 FM. This is the platform for community because community knows what community needs. I always like to start off by thanking my listeners and thanking my followers. So, yet once again, I'm going to do that. Thank you and thank you.
It's helpful.
No. And he's chiming in right on cue. To my right, I have Mr. Span, the mighty Span Daniel, or Ralph Meyerson.
Yeah, people think that's my real name on Facebook. It's not. It's just my way of not giving Facebook all my information.
Yes, and so it's like this thing.
Hold something back, right?
Yes.
It's part of his thing. He's like, no, I'm standing on this name. Yes. I'm not changing it again, and you're not going to get any more of my personal information. But thank you for being here again. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for, help keeping me, on pace and all that good stuff. I appreciate that. And Chris, our special guest, Chris Swope, the city clerk, Lansing city clerk. You're here, and we love you.
Glad to be here.
We love you.
Glad to be back.
Oh, my gosh.
It's been a while.
It has. It's been about a year. But the cool thing is you've been here every year, and this is season 4. So this is awesome. We've been going for 4 seasons strong now, and you have been supportive to this platform for not only the 4 years, but just you've been supportive to the Chronicle in general, and you've had an opportunity to see the growth, the evolution of the Chronicle.
It's been great. Thank you. You're an asset to the community, so thank you.
Thank you. I need to hear that sometimes. I do. It helps me. It helps me not run off and join the circus or something. Because
Please don't do that.
I had one of those little bags on a stick. Y'all remember those cartoons?
Hobos?
Yeah, I was about to go. Okay. I was packing up the kids too. Like, come on, y'all get your little stick bags. We're going.
We need you here.
Okay, we'll be here for a minute.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, it's a really important question. Are those new glasses?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love those. They're just like. Tell me what's going on with those.
Well,
those are
just
nice.
A little asymmetrical. They've got like a tortoiseshell side and a white side, and it changes on an angle. And
really,
so
is that like some alter ego glasses type of thing? Those are nice.
My husband calls them my Cruella de Vil glasses.
So if you're feeling some kind of way, you just turn to the left leg.
That's right.
I love them, and I love the get up. I love the jacket. I'm feeling that, and I'm feeling the new voter stickers, man. What's going on with that?
So the Secretary of State had a statewide contest to design new voting stickers.
Nice.
So they had them in age categories and everything and came up with the winners that were voted on by people. And one of the greatest things is one of the winners on here is a Lansing student whose mother works in my office.
No, shut the front door.
Isn't that great?
Which one of those?
The one that says, I'm cool, I voted.
Oh, that's why you have it on your... Okay, that's nice, y'all. And I get to witness all this glory. So yes, for our watchers.
If you're watching.
Look at that.
These are all fun.
Its glory.
So we will have these at our early voting sites. These will be the I voted stickers. And then depending on what we have left, we'll use them in the precincts as well.
So I get to get one of those when I come in this time.
Exactly.
That's nice. Can I get one for the kids too?
You can.
Okay.
You can.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be great.
Yeah.
So what brings you here? Like, I don't know, but then there's people that haven't listened to us before. But so tell us about like what's going on, what's going down, Chris.
You might have heard there's a small election going on this November.
No.
Really though?
I didn't know.
An election in 2024?
I must have been behind a rock. Well, tell me about this election of yours.
Well, yeah. Hey, it is the presidential election, so it is the kind of be all end all, the biggest one of the 4-year cycle. We've already issued 22,500 ballots. We already have 6,000 of them voted and returned, but there's still plenty of time.
Yes, that's what I was just going to ask.
It's really high. Other than 2020 during the full shutdown when everybody voted by mail.
Oh, okay.
So everybody voted by, because you were not going to go to a polling place.
So there's a difference typically, usually, like with the off season or the off presidential, is it usually about 14% of and then what is that comparison, like the 14% and then now?
So, we'll get around 15,000 in a off year election. So, wow. The 22,500 that we've already issued is like a quarter of our our registered voters, more than a quarter of our registered voters.
That is
we have
something.
like 91,000 registered voters. So,
wow.
So it's big, and we already have 26% of those that have been issued have come back. But people are still requesting them. We're sending them out every day. People are coming in person. So that's the vote by mail, vote at home part. We've still got early voting coming.
You got early voting, and then you have the actual election day, right?
Election day.
Yeah.
So with that, I think, we would attribute some of it to, of course, it being a presidential election, but then just all the snazzy things that you're doing down at the office, at the office of the city clerk. You have all these different options and these ways to vote.
Right,
you're emailing people. You're letting them know, like, hey, you can do this. And there's the mail-in ballots. There's the early voting. And since you've started these other options, since they have been added, what has been the percentage of increase as far as the voter registration?
The registration, for a long time, it was really stable. But what can happen in a presidential year is we've got people out there beating the bushes. Not just us, but a lot of nonprofit groups send people out to register voters. So, it had hovered around mid 80,000 for years and years. And now we're up at over 91,000. So we're seeing an increase. So, and we do have new housing in Lansing. We've got new apartment complexes on the east side, downtown.
Yes.
So, that's reflected in some of these numbers is the fact that it's just new residences, and so we've become a growing city, which is a great thing. But we've still got lots of ways to vote. Vote at home, vote early, vote election day, and whenever anybody gets registered, I email them if I have an email, and I mail them information about different ways that they can vote so that they can get involved.
And I appreciate those emails. Those are nice to get. I'm glad that we get those. The dates. Tell me about some of the dates and some of the deadlines. I know some have already come and gone, but just if you could, just go through those for me.
So the big one I want to talk about is early voting.
Okay.
So that's 9 days, 8 hours each day. We're going to have two locations, 1221 Rio Road and 200 North Foster.
Okay.
And 8 hours a day. Each one has slightly different hours, but that starts on Saturday, September 26th, and it goes through Sunday, November 3rd. So you've got 2 full weekends and then 5 weekdays in between when you can go and vote. And early voting is just like voting in person, where you fill out the application and you get your ballot and you fill it out and you put it into a tabulator. So you know that your ballot has been counted before you leave the building.
I like going to early voting, and this is probably not the best reason, but I'm going to tell you why, because I like to go down there and talk to your staff.
Yeah.
And they're always so nice. And then sometimes they have snacks.
Some great people.
Yeah, and then they just tell me about like what's going on, and we chat it up. And I usually can't do that as much on election day because they're very, very busy. So I like to have that, mingle a little bit. And then sometimes you guys, just like, I love the snacks and things too.
Always got to have the snacks, right?
Are you going to do like a mock voting thing like you do?
We are doing our trunk. Well, we used to do trunk or treat. Now we're doing trick or treat because our location at 1221 Railroad doesn't have as much parking for us to do the drive-through.
Sure doesn't. Lord have mercy.
Oh, it's a little crazy.
Oh, it's different. Yeah. So make sure you emphasize that so people looking for the old office in Washington.
Yeah, that building's been torn down, so you'll get a hint once you get there. We do have a sign up. But the old place on Washington is. Well, now there's a foundation there for the future building that's going in.
Okay.
We're no longer there. We're at 1221, the former, 1221 Rio Road, the former elementary school. So for that first day of early voting, Saturday the 26th, we are going to have the trick-or-treating inside the gym. So you just park. We'll have kids voting like we've had before, and real voting for the adults. So
and you're voting on the candies again, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. What candies are going on this year? You don't know.
Doesn't matter. Candy corn wins. Candy corn wins.
I don't know if that was on there. Was candy corn an option on there?
I don't care if it was. Candy corn wins.
Okay, so you heard it here first, y'all. That candy corn.
Yes, it does.
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Candy corn. How dare you, Mr. Clerk?
Don't you know the 4 basic food groups? Candy corn, candy cane, sugar, and syrup.
Yeah.
Come on.
So long as candy corn has its own distinct spot in the pantheon of Candyopolis.
Has it already been 10 minutes?
Yes, it has.
Because I was like, I'm confused.
Where did they go?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get to talk about much.
We're fun, charming people.
We didn't talk about much. We didn't even go into his outfit, like, really, as much as I want to.
That is a show unto itself every time.
What kind of shoes? Wait, before we go to break.
I have Meslons.
Those are nice. Look at the bottoms of them.
Yes.
They got words on them.
Chris don't come to play. Chris come for Chris stands on business.
So this is what I'm going to do, right? Before we go to break, I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to do. Okay, so when I do the promo for the show coming up on Sunday...
It would be helpful if you were by the microphone, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to say that again. So when I do the promo, when I have it on social media and do the pictures and everything, I'm going to have a picture of these stickers, right?
Yes.
We're going to have our little selfies and stuff by the side. Then I'm going to have a picture of Chris's shoes and stuff.
Chris is a gallery unto himself.
I know, we got to have that because every year, now it's a tradition, I'm waiting to see what he's going to wear. I mean, and these glasses are awesome, too.
They threw off your time, your understanding of time, clearly.
Yes, they did. And I had to take a whole extra minute over the 10-minute marker here to talk about this because we usually go in on his outfit.
Yes.
So that's for you. Well, actually, it's more probably for me because I love
we
outfits.
also have democracy to discuss, so there is that.
There is that important fact.
Yes. Yes. And candy.
Candy corn wins everything.
That you heard it here, y'all. And so we're going to take a break, before I keep going. But I want to remind my listeners that this is the Sunday Chronicle, heard every Sunday morning on Stax 92.1 FM. This is the platform for community because community knows what community needs. We'll be back after this.
At Lansing Community College, I'm learning for my future. LCC offers 1- and 2-year pathways to careers in healthcare, IT, manufacturing, and other professional trades. More than 500,000 professional trades jobs will need to be filled in Michigan by 2026. So I know I'm learning for a great career. I belong at LCC. You belong here too. Visit lcc.edu/youbelong and enroll today.
Everything is expensive right now. Gas, food, you name it. You're spending more, you are making the same or less money. So what do? You rack up credit card debt. That's what you do. It's not your fault. It's the economy. And guess what? If you rack up too much credit card debt like some of us, you can't pay your bills. Then the credit card companies, as nice as they are, start hounding you for money. Then you start your downward spiral. A smart thing for you to do is to call the Zero Debt. They can help you consolidate all your credit card bills into one affordable payment. Millions of people have done it. It works to make you debt-free. Make this free call right now. It costs you nothing to learn more.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569.
Hi, I'm Yanice Jackson, publisher and editor of the Chronicle News, host of the Sunday Chronicle, and mom. Amongst my many titles, I've added writer to them. My new book chronicles everything I've learned along the way. So check out my book, Notes from the Trail, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold. For more information, visit my website at www.yaniceyvette.com. Welcome back to the Sunday Chronicle. And y'all, before we went to break, we were talking about Chris Swope's outfit. I was on that for a minute, but we're gonna go to the next thing here, right? We went over some dates, right? Mm-hmm. So we talked about early voting, and we talked about the locations. We talked about the former trunk or treat, now trick or treat, where there will be some voting on some candies, which we're not sure. But Span said that candy corn, hands down, wins every time because that's what it is, and that's it.
Yes.
And so next, what else? We were talking about
voter registration deadline.
Voter registration
deadline.
I don't know because I've registered.
Election day.
8 p.m. Election day. Very good, Span. You got
he's
it.
a city.
You got it.
He's
I'm a chair. I better know now.
My election workers, he's got to know.
I was trained by this gentleman's staff, so I know what's up.
Oh my goodness! So you're like you're in high places as far as election workers.
I'll be chairing my first election. I'm so scared right now.
Oh my! Now what happens when you chair the election?
You're basically the manager of the election at that location.
Are you serious?
You are the foremost authority in that building until you call a super chair or heavens forbid you have to call somebody.
Oh my goodness! What does the super chair do? They
come
sit
in with
on a
cape.
throne. They sit on a throne with candy corns. What do you do as the super chair?
They come in on a throne, mounted with 4 burly, thick-chested men, freshly oiled and ready for their purpose.
With grapes. Grapes. Don't forget the grapes.
Peeled grapes.
Grapes. I'm sorry, y'all. The super chair. So you thrive, or are you striving to be super chair next year?
I don't know what I'm trying to do. I was just trying to get really competent at being a great co-chair. Heavens to Betsy. And they were like, this year we need you because a few are not available. So now I am officially a chair. So I will be the one who, I don't know how many procedures I can say out loud because that part I don't know. What I do know is that I will be accruing the equipment, arranging the equipment, monitoring staff, getting people voting, and then closing down the facility to go make sure that everything is counted.
He gets to swear in.
Swear in.
He gets to swear in his other election workers on his team. So
do you? So they do all that
to him,
the oath and
then he administers it to the rest of the team.
Do you know it right now?
No.
Oh, because I was like, let's pretend.
It'll be written down. He doesn't have to memorize it.
It'll be like, do you heavens to Betsy, golly gee willikers, swear to administer this election to the great utmost in fairness and decency in accordance with the state laws of the state of Michigan and the federal laws of this country, yay or nay, hold your right hand up. Something in that vicinity. I think I got 60% of it.
That's kind of, so you know the script.
I know it.
Can we pretend? Can we do that? Is it?
Do you want to?
Yes, I want to.
Okay.
I want to pretend. Okay, but I'm going to wait. I won't put my hand up first because. Okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm?
Yes.
You will faithfully that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of election inspector at the election held Tuesday, November 5th, 2024, to the best of your ability.
Yes, amen.
All right.
Ooh, that's the city clerk. Oh, my God.
I feel so sworn in now.
That and 3 or 4 hours of training will get you working.
Chris, how many elections did you work before you started to, be co-chairs, chair?
I got elected clerk before. I never worked in a precinct.
Wow. So you went straight to the...
I went straight to the, yep.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Yep. It'll be 19 years the end of this year that I've been.
Well, you've been spectacular. Everybody is so kind, and considering we work a 16-hour day, and then we have to go and wait to be discharged after having everything we've done looked over with a fine-tooth comb. Yeah. The fact that everybody is so kind, and there's food, and everybody's like, just give it a second. Da, da, da. It's like... It's an affirming experience to know that not only do we support democracy in this way, but it's not sad. It's a celebration.
You guys seem to have a good time.
We support each other.
I like that.
We're a team. We're all one team.
I love the office of the city clerk. I like going down there, Haven't been down there, so I think I need to take a trip just to say hey.
Come say hey.
In the little elementary school they now indwell.
Yes.
Up there and just at the office at City Hall sometimes just to come by and just say hey. Because that, it's always nice to say, hi. Chris, you're usually not there.
I'm usually at Rio, because that's where elections happen, so I'm there more than City Hall.
Okay. So, you heard it, y'all. If y'all want to say hi to your clerk, he is accessible.
Mm-hmm. These are where your tax dollars are going. It's good to see what's actually... And considering there are some things out there with people who got their suspicions about elections, come on through. Okay?
It's very
anybody's
transparent.
got suspicions. There are so many people involved in elections. I don't see how you could do anything without 30 people knowing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
But isn't our state AG Dana Nessels got 7 people she just charged, didn't she?
She does.
Yeah. I wouldn't mess around in the state of Michigan because she will bring down the hammer.
Well, everything is triple checked at every level. Like, if anything's asynchronous, they will find you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like when people say, like, oh, man, our election's secure, they couldn't be more secure. Like, everything I have to do, down to the very locks that I put on certain things, has a certain number that has to be documented and has to be matched before I can leave. Mm-hmm. Like every piece of an election has been.
And we do that in so they do it in the precinct, and then we check it over, and then the county has a board of canvassers that checks it over, and then all the information from them goes to the state board of canvassers. So it's like there's a precinct level, a city level,
there's so many
level,
checks and balances.
State level.
Yes,
everybody's looking at everything.
Yeah, so, I mean, it seems very transparent. I can tell you, just thinking back to years before when I voted, it's so different now. Like, and it's so, like, I don't know, the process is pretty cool. You know, it's very neat. It's orderly, and it doesn't take long. You know, I don't think about standing in line, and I guess because there's so many different ways now, probably. Huh?
Yeah. You know, the ability for everybody to vote absentee if they want to is just taking the pressure off of election day.
Yes, dear God,
early voting is going to help with that. You know, we haven't seen a lot of turnout for that, but I think for the big election this year, I think we're going to see a lot of people participating in early voting. And so by the time you get to election day, you know, who's left to vote but the people who specifically want to vote on election day.
So the deadline to register is on election day, but can you where can you register?
So for the last 2 weeks, so starting the second Tuesday before the election, you have to go in person to the clerk's office. So, and you have to bring proof of residency, and we ask for proof of ID if you have it.
So so like a license and a bill.
We will have 3 offices at that point. So we will be open as a satellite office at the Foster Community Center.
Okay.
So you can register there. Hint to those kids, those college students who live on the east side in one of those new apartment complexes.
Yes.
We will have our 1221 Rio Road, and we will have Lansing City Hall. So 3 locations for City Lansing voters where they can register anytime in that 2 weeks up to 8 o'clock p.m. Election Day.
Up until Election Day, y'all. Up until 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
And that's
you can walk in at 8 o'clock and register and get an absentee ballot and turn around and fill it out and turn it back in.
Y'all? Now, if you don't vote...
I'd prefer you plan a little more.
But please don't do that. Please.
Yeah. Don't push
don't
the
make that your
envelope.
plan. Make your plan to do it earlier.
Yeah. Look, I've already registered. I'm like, I could just... I would be that one. No.
I like to, when people talk about like going to vote, I love to go to vote at my couch. That's where I got to put my laptop in my lap, and I'll be tapping away, looking up research on all these people who are clearly not... Like, when you get to, like, the state board and the election board and the educational board, it's like, okay.
Supreme Court.
Yes, yes, and you know, I'm going to give my
trustee?
I'm going to give my shameless plug here. If you're looking for your official guide for Ingham County voting, please look in the Chronicle online or in the newspaper. Yes, our election edition is coming out, and it will have that guide in there.
Awesome.
And it is also available right now. It's available online, so it talks about the races and what they mean and whatnot. So you can scan a little QR code on the newspaper. It'll take you right to the digital format. We'll also have some advertisements with Chris Swope on there. He has a very nice picture and a couple like a write-up press release and stuff. So we have our
with the bow tie.
I think it is the one that
I'm wearing those much lately, but it might still be in the picture.
I think it's a picture he's been using for a couple years. I usually stay up on his pictures and I'll be like, that's a new one there. That's a new one.
I saw that bow tie. I was like, now that's a man who's dapper there.
That's the word, dapper. Dapper. With an A. Dapper. A. And then dapper.
Hey, speaking of your guide, there's one other way that I want to talk about. I call it the best of both worlds voting.
Okay.
You can get a ballot now mailed to your home, and you can fill it out and do your research in the Chronicle or wherever you want to do your research, and then you can save that, and you can bring it to early voting and put it in the tabulator, or you can save it and bring it to your polling place on Election Day and put it in the tabulator there.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a mix of vote at home and in person, because you've got, these ballots are 22 inches long.
Yeah, those
both
things.
sides.
Both sides.
Oh, both sides. So flip it over, y'all.
Yeah, flip it over.
Flip it over.
But then you can do your research, know what you're doing. But if you still are someone who prefers to vote in person, you can still do that. That was a law change that we clerks pushed for. You used to have to trade it in and get a different ballot. Now we're like, why?
Why?
That's too much.
So now you can take that ballot that you were mailed to your home, fill it out, and vote it early voting or Election Day.
That's
also,
nice.
One more thing. Remember to fill in your circle completely and know that whatever circle you fill in, the way the ballots are designed, they will not bleed into another voting section.
Okay.
So whatever circle you fill in, you will not impede what you're trying to vote on the back side of the ballot.
And don't use pink pen, y'all.
Don't use pink pen.
I mean, I like
black
the color
or blue,
pink.
Black or blue.
They will provide pens. I know, pink is an awesome color for me, but I remember don't use that for the ballots and stuff. So
did you have to have a ballot voided first before you?
No, they're like, Yanice, you can't use pink. Girl, what's wrong with you?
She was like, but I thought this was more decorative.
And I put a little Mickey ears on it. No, I did not do that, y'all. I'm just playing. But I just wanted to make sure people do, because just, you bring a pen from home and not think about it and just think, oh, okay, So I wanted to mention that. Now, our time is growing near, and I think we covered everything, but am I forgetting something?
I think the only thing we can do is stress how important it is to vote.
Yes.
It's so important.
We've got heavy things.
What else is on the ballot? Just if you could run some of the proposals and things that are going to...
There are 2 Ingham County proposals. One is for hotel-motel tax that would provide funding for our tourism industry. So that's a good thing. And then there's a homelessness tax millage on the ballot for Ingham County, where they would provide housing services for people experiencing homelessness. So that's a $500,000 that's on the ballot. So.
And those would be, if we want to support those, we would vote yes.
Correct, yes.
Do those services include mental health services, or is it just housing?
I think it's just housing. I'm not positive of the full scope of it, but
I will get on my couch and I'll do my Googling.
Okay, well, these are very important.
And I'll be going to the Sunday Chronicle's election section.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Go to the Chronicle, the www.thechroniclenews.com, and look up for that election, that voter election guide for Ingham County, y'all. Mm-hmm. Please look at that. It'll give you lots of tidbits and information and whatnot. You can find information and articles about some of the people running for office, and it talks about Lansing School Board. It talks about LCC Board of Commissioners and all types of fun stuff. And so we're going to get you in that Chronicle funnel. But I think that's about it, y'all, for this episode, because I don't want to keep talking.
Otherwise, we'd have to talk about Chris's outfit and how wonderful
it is.
We
can don't get me started, because I will go there. I will go there again. Yeah. But you don't want me to, because I want to talk about the hair, because I see it's a little bit different. Because he got it, it's shaved a little bit higher up now. Yeah. I remember it used to be down a little more, and then it was like, you had it coming to the front a little bit. But anyway, so but thank you for being here again, Chris. We appreciate you. Span, we thank you. I thank you for being here again. The best cat dad ever.
Best cat dad ever. My girl got it for me, because we got cats and I'm allergic as hell. So I'm on 3 meds and a shot regimen. So this is my thank you for enduring.
So you're definitely a good cat dad.
I am top 5%.
So thanks for being a good cat dad. And thank you, listeners, followers of the Chronicle News, supporters. Thank you. Please join us again next week. And I'm going to sign out by saying this is Yanice Jackson, your host of the Sunday Chronicle, heard every Sunday morning on Stax 92.1 FM. This is the platform for community, because community knows what community needs. Make it a great week.
What is Recover Now? It's a movement to get clean and sober, started by you, friends and family members, or maybe even the person suffering from an alcohol or drug problem. Recover Now is a free service that helps people find treatment facilities covered by private insurance to help them start the road to recovery and succeed. If you or a loved one wants to recover now, call this number. It's a free call. Many of our treatment counselors have been exactly where you are, and they know what you're going through and how to help you get where you want to be. And that is on the road to recovery. With one free phone call, my specialist will check your insurance and help you get the best treatment for your needs. Remember, get clean, get sober. Use Recover Now as your free service. Here's the number.
800-209-5173. 800-209-5173. 800-209-5173. That's 800-209-5173.
Greece is cheap.
But the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.